We had a special encounter with Pastor Nkechi Ene. We fondly call her Pastor Ketch in 2014, right? Yes. We're members of the Carpenters Church before we relocated to Abuja. I was in the New Wine Choir and my wife was in TC Corps, serving the Lord. But we're trusting God for the fruit of the womb. We had been married for 3.5 years and hadn't conceived. And it was recommended that we carry out a medical procedure called ovarian drilling and IVF eventually. That was supposed to cost us around $6,000 plus. I wasn't so comfortable with that arrangement, so I went to church to see her. My wife had polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I went to church that day in hopes that I was going to see her because that procedure was supposed to happen at the end of that month. And I saw the front desk. I said, I wanted to see Pastor Ketch, and she said, did I have an appointment? I said no, and appealed to her she should just ask if it's possible to get to see her. So she went in, and surprisingly, she came back and said, Pastor said she would see you. So I got into her office, I met her, and she said to me, young man, I was in a meeting and God said, I should see you. What is the matter? Those words meant a lot to me. God said she should see me. This was a woman who heard the voice of God clearly. She had to cancel a meeting she was in, just to see me that day. And she said, where's your wife? After I'd explained the situation to her, and she said, go fetch your wife. Came back with my wife and she began to counsel. She said that God was going to give us a child, that we didn't need to do the medical procedure at all, And she said, it doesn't matter what the medical situation was, God was going to fix it. So she gave us Mark 11, 22 to 24, and also an article called Sarah's Corner. And that was the beginning of our journey to miracle. Started studying the Word of God and reported to her every week, and cut the long process and story short. 5 months after that encounter, my wife took in, and 9 months after, our first son, Jaden Oche, came forth. And Pastor was so excited. She gave him a name, Kinena, and we just want to thank God that encounter changed our lives forever. That encounter changed our lives. And it is my hope that in listening to this testimony and several other testimonies that will be shared in this time, the family, her husband, lovely man, her beautiful children, the family, the entire TCC family would be consoled that she lived her life, fulfilling God's purpose and transforming the life of others. The miracle that took place with us did not end with Kenena. After that, God still gave us 2 beautiful children.
We have a girl and a boy, Janelle and Jason. God is faithful and the word works, because the only advice we could get from her was to just stay on the word and trust God, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
And it worked. Pastor Ketch, you were missed so much, by my family especially. You were a woman of faith, very resilient. You were a strong woman, and you've taught us all of this. And today, I'll miss you so much, Pastor Ketch. But I do not mourn as though I do not have faith. We mourn knowing that you are in a better place, and then we will see again. We love you, Pastor Ketch, and we miss you so, so much.
The undiluted word she taught. In simplicity, she taught. And those words transformed my life. After the miracle of my son, I had this passion for the word that was burning in me. I still had to go to Bible school, Rhema Bible School, and, today doing some work for God. it is the legacy of her fulfilling her purpose in our lives, that we are carrying on this faith that she's taught us, that the word works. The word works. I just want to say salute, ma. Salute.